say, here at Kajun Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, back credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say, yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Hello. Good morning and welcome, everyone. How are we doing on this Thursday morning? Starting it off today in Massachusetts at 43 degrees. It's supposed to get in the 50s today, close to 60. I can't wait. Some of that snow got to go off the back patio. Can't even shovel it so hard. Stacy, Joel, Carol, Charlie, hello, good morning and welcome. First in the chat. Then we have Stacy May, hello, good morning and welcome. And Brandon, going to be starting live, but not sure. Some things coming up. There'll be maybe 2 lives a week. Okay. Let us know when. Jeannie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Hello, good morning and welcome. Carol, hello, good morning and welcome. Purple Winks, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Living my best life at 60. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how you doing? Good to see y'all this morning. Purple Winks. Angela, hello, good morning and welcome. And how you doing? Joe, hello, good morning and welcome. We haul it, Robin. How are you doing? Long time no see. Welcome back. How you doing? There's Jennifer. Yes, today's guest is going to be Glammaz Closet Q&A, all about Poshmark. So if you have your special questions ready, get ready to have them in the chat for us. Yeah, Carol, that was you, wasn't it, huh? Got to do something about that mustache, girl. Susie Woozy, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Lisa, hello, good morning and welcome. Milk, hello, good morning and welcome. Mulder Shikes. You know, I can never say your name right. I'm so sorry. Maybe if I knew your name, maybe different, and you wanted me to call you somebody by a name, let me know. Wondering people work. Well, you got to do what you got to do sometime, you know. Patrick, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Mark and Mike, hello, good morning and welcome. And how you doing? Margie, hello, good morning and welcome. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Margie and Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale are getting so close to 500. I think they got a battle going on. So check out and see if you subscribe to them. See if they can get there. If y'all can help them out. Let's see. Lisa, Carol, everybody's saying hello to each other. And Adam Hartman made hello, good morning and welcome. And Mary, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Miss Denise, how are you doing? Hope you get to feeling better. Thank you, Mike. Oh, that's so much better. I like that. All right, Mike, thank you so much. Mike. All right, thank you. I never knew your real name, so thank you. Morning, everybody's saying morning, good morning. All right, so I want to make a quick announcement. Yesterday, every Wednesday, I have been doing, from day one, I've been doing the shout out channels for Wednesday, and Friday is the featured channel of the week. So when you get a chance, I would love for you to go in yesterday when I posted the 6. Right now I'm going through and shouting out all the members of the channel, 6 every Wednesday. And there's been a really long comment that someone posted yesterday. And I would love your feedback on that post. So when you get a chance, go to the community tab from yesterday's post of all the 6 channels that I do shout out. And there's that one comment. I would love for you to give me your feedback on what you think about that post. Because he even made a comment about my mod and that she knows who she's talking about. So go check that out. I'm still confused about that post, but I wanted to get your opinion on that and maybe make a comment on that post for me. I would really greatly appreciate it. Let's see who else. Way up here. All right, there we go. So yeah, I just put a heart and a thumbs up. That's all I did. I didn't really reply. Tina, hello, good morning. Yeah, we know you, Adam. Yeah, I know you, Adam. Let's see here. Who else is here? Hoosier, what's up? Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. All right, Corner Clubhouse. Hello, good morning and welcome. And again, thank each and every one of you for coming out in the morning to always support the channel. And I do my best to support each and every one of you. So guess what? Today, if you have your questions, today's Q&A all about Poshmark, and you want to get into doing Poshmark, and you have some questions, and you haven't taken that step yet, you've come to the right place. Because today we will be talking about Q&A questions all about Poshmark. And Glammaz is here to answer those for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Glammaz from Glammaz Closet.
Good morning. Hi. I was just trying to quick read that comment, you know.
Yeah, it's a long one,
I was like,
but I would love everybody to at least make a comment on that and let me know what you think of that comment, because I did not reply to it. I just gave it a thumbs up and a heart and went on my merry way. So anywho,
yeah.
so, you know, I just want to have the community involved in this and let me know what they think, you know. Anywho,
Yeah. I can give you my opinions, but I don't think you're going to want to air those on air. I can just tell you that. I don't think you're going to want to air that live.
Well, what was really weird about it, in the comment, it said something like, your mom knows who I'm talking about. It's like, okay. And you've just been here for the first time because I've never seen you before. One of the things I do want to mention real quick, go to the community tab. It is the second post, by the way, of the calendar. I'm going to skip that today because usually on Thursdays, I try to end the show within an hour because Dawn's Southern Finds, Dawn and Susie Woozy do go live at 9:30 only on Thursdays. So I'm going to skip that. If you want to see who's on there, I did clear up some things that I've noticed that some people were not doing shows within the last few months. So I'm sorry, but I took them off the calendar because there's not doing lives. So I did clear up some of the things on there. And it is updated as of yesterday. So if you want to go check that out and see who's coming on today, so you don't miss out, go to the community tab, the second post, and it is the updated calendar for you to view. So Glammaz, for those who, there's going to be people in here, I know they know you, but you just never know. That might be that one. So let's go ahead and promote yourself. Talk about your channel, because I know you got something coming up that you've been doing on a regular basis and something special you got coming on this weekend. So let's go ahead and get that promoted. And hello, Hetty. Good morning. Hello, and welcome, Irene. And I'm caught up. All right, take it away.
Good morning. I'm Dana. I'm Glammaz with Glammaz Closet. And I have a live that I do consistently every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central. And that's 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, and 8 a.m. Pacific. So every Saturday morning I do a live. We do a reseller sort of around the water cooler news, things that have happened in the news that week, fashion news that we catch up with. We also do sweets for the sweetest, and I do have my salty treats because sometimes the glam gets a little salty. This week we have also a preview of some of the things that will be seeing on the auction Saturday night. And I'm really, really excited about this auction. It is the classy crap auction you have been waiting for. It's a fundraiser auction for Nady Pie with Nady Pie's Trinkets and Doodads. He's half of the two Beardos that have a live on Thursday night. And they have had to suspend that because Nady Pie is recovering from back surgery, very serious back surgery, going through rehab. And he's out of work for about 4 months. So we're doing the fundraiser to just kind of help him and his family out along the way, you know, just kind of, he's the breadwinner in his family. And so they've got it a little bit tough because the unemployment doesn't pay, you know, your full salary. And so things are pretty tight. And as you all know, the cost of everything has gone up tremendously. So we're doing this fundraiser to help Nady Pie out. If we reach $1,000, and we're already getting on our way there. If we reach $1,000, Chuck is going to shave his beard. And if you guys know, excuse me, allergies, sorry. If you guys know Backroads Bitter Chuck with the big beard, yeah, he's going to shave his beard when we hit 1,000. So I'm really looking forward to that. Got a lot of classy crap too. A lot of classy crap. And if you don't believe me, here's an example. I had the last fundraiser auction that I did, Paul, Philly Flipper, bought a lot from me, a designer lot from me. And he said live on his show, he said, normally I buy things from resellers for fundraisers and I know I'm not going to get my money back. Usually I end up with, the stuff that they don't want. He said, but I got my money back and more when I bought this lot from Glammaz. She's legit. And she's the only reseller that I've seen that does that. Now I'm sure I'm not the only reseller, but just so you know, I've got evidence. It's like that with jewelry jars too. I throw together the jewelry. I don't even run a magnet over it anymore. I throw it together and I'm like, oh, that's pretty, and throw it in the jar. And I will let Johnny explain to you. What his experience was with one of my jewelry jars.
Who, me? One of the jars that I bought, actually, you were doing that on a, I think it was a regular live auction when I bought that jewelry jar. And
I don't pay attention.
I had taken a piece out of there that was directly in the center of the jar. Yes, I do put magnets on my things when I get a jewelry jar in, for sure. And this piece was not only vintage, it was 14 karat gold. And I sold it at my antique booth for $375 at my antique booth. And that basically was the end of that for the jar. It was definitely, because I got it for dirt cheap. So yeah. And I say that because it didn't go for much. So yeah, you just never know. And I told you,
I can't, I'm not guaranteeing. Yeah, I'm not guaranteeing anything when it comes to your resale value. But I really don't check. I promise you, I do not check when I put stuff in a jewelry jar. If something's big and obvious, like I've got one Kate Spade necklace that is still literally on the Kate Spade card and still in the original packaging. And that's one of all the stuff. So I have a 5-pound jewelry thing. I have a designer lot. I have a bag of bags, which includes 2 bags from my personal collection. And if you guys know me, I collect Coach, and I'm really, really crazy about verifying all of that. There's just so much stuff, and all the other resellers who are doing it too with me. It's really, we're really looking forward to it. So 6 to 10 p.m. on Saturday, Central Standard Time, 7 to 11 Eastern.
That's right. So definitely check it out and set your reminder. Now, are y'all having any kind of way that if somebody can't make it, if they want to just donate, as far as that, do y'all have like links or something that they can go to for that in the
we do
you have set up?
Yeah. We're going to have, that's one of the things I have to do today. I have to put Nady Pie's PayPal link. So we're going to have Nady Pie's PayPal link. And if you don't want to participate in the auction, or you're like, you know what, I'm here and I support you, but I'm just not catching a lot that I really love. If you want to donate directly to the link, we'll have a link set up, and you can just click on it and go donate to the link, and that'll go directly. All the payments for the auction go directly to Nady Pie. So I'm not even, like, my round is a all fundraiser round. So I'm not even posting my link for payment.
Let's see. Margie just put a comment in there. Wow, that was kind of a tough read. But what I get out of it was that basically has talking about the always. Yeah, just make that comment there, okay? Please, Margie. Yeah. We're trying to get comments there.
Yeah.
I want to end the reaction in that area. All right. So if you have any questions about Poshmark, please go ahead and feel free to ask in the chat. Hello, Laura. Good morning. Hello and welcome. And don't forget, tomorrow is going to be Laura's on here with me with the Q&A all about Etsy. And there's Dawn Southern Finds. Dawn, don't forget she does go live at 9:30 right after this show today, every Thursday with Susie Woozy, and they are live from the doghouse. I read the comment. It's my opinion, but I think it was work. Wackadoodle. I think so too. I know who you're talking about. I think so too. Because especially if you go to that about page of that channel, that person, yeah. One good thing is that they waited 5 minutes or so to be commenting, because that's the only way they can comment. They got to be subscribed to the channel. So you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I thought I'd get everybody involved with that. Doghouse, woof, woof. You right about that, Susie. Hello, Jeffrey. Jeff, how are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. Good to see y'all. So if you are thinking about getting into Poshmark and you're just not sure, Thrifting with MJ Bean. Hello, good morning and welcome, Jeannie and Mike. Good to see y'all. Good morning. Hello and welcome. And if you're thinking about getting into Poshmark, but you haven't taken that step yet, and you kind of have some questions about getting started with Poshmark, here's the best time for you to start asking. Get it out there and let us know. You never know, somebody else might be thinking about it and just never got a chance to put it. Where can I find that comment? In my community tab on the post from yesterday that I made for all. I've been shouting out every Wednesday 6 channels that are members, and it was on that post yesterday. So they've been the first comment, the first post of my community tab, because the second one is the calendar. So if you have any questions about Poshmark, feel free to ask. Any changes since our last Friday? That I know we had some people who had some questions, and I don't remember if we made any notes, or somebody had to find any questions for any answers. I'm trying to remember if we did or didn't. I'm not 100% sure. I think we covered everybody last week in the chat. I need to get dressed so I don't embarrass Miss Dawn. Yeah. You think?
You might get some new subs. You never know, honey.
You never know things. Let's see here. Jeff. Beautiful and sweet. Yep. All right. So if you have any questions, again, don't forget to ask in the chat. And then again, make sure it's in the words question, all caps, or the big Q and an at Kajun Roots, so I can definitely see it. I know that most platforms are doing all kind of updates. I've been seeing some videos coming out about how sales have been slow lately. Have you found that with Poshmark lately in the last, say, couple of weeks?
I was talking about this on my live not too long ago. Honestly, yes and no. Yeah, I had some slower weeks, but those slower weeks were the weeks that I had, like the birth of my grandchild and St. Patty's Day and things that I was doing where I wasn't listing every day on Poshmark. I wasn't listing as consistently, and honestly, I was listing, like, I had like 1 week where I listed, like, I think maybe 10 things all week. It was so ridiculously bad. And I was just, life gets here and you get busy. So I had 2 really kind of slow weeks in a row, but I don't necessarily think it has to do with with Poshmark and with their algorithm or anything. I honestly think it has to do with the fact that I just wasn't listing consistently, and I wasn't listing, much. So because every time, the more I list, sure enough, there's a 2-week lag, and then bam, it starts hitting, and it's almost like it just a switch clicks on, and bam, I start getting sales after sales. And really, on my live every week now, I started including a couple of weeks ago. I started including what sold and showing people what actually is selling. Mm-hmm. American Honey had a question. Miss Glammaz, what sells best for you on Posh? And I can tell you that it depends on the season. And it depends on a lot of things, like what's going on in the world and what's going on in the calendar. So right now, the thing that's selling best for me on Posh this week so far has been shorts. I'm selling shorts a lot.
I don't even see that comment in the chat. Oh, way up there.
Oh, it's okay. Like way up there. Yeah, way up there. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. So evidently, it's almost like any platform. You have to sell a list consistently to get anything going, is what it sounds like.
It really is. Yeah. I think it's the same thing with any other platform. If you're a consistent lister, you're going to be a consistent seller. And I can tell, I can almost predict to the day with the weeks where I'm not consistently listing, or the weeks that I'm not doing, all the things that I should be doing or sharing or paying attention to my closet. You can tell any closet and any eBay store, I think, will show you your neglect immediately. Yeah. You neglect it, it will show you in your numbers.
Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I get everyone's. See if there's any questions.
Yeah.
Something's happened on. Some things happens with Etsy as long after the starting listing was born. It starts again. Bam. Yeah, it's interesting. That's what I was asking. Tommy, hello, good morning, and welcome, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you. Jeannie says shoes and purse are always the #1 sales for them. Okay. I've enjoyed making friends here with many of you friends, Johnny channel. I love this. Oh, thank you. So, hello, Sailor Stacker. How are you doing? So one of the things, I guess, because again, it is happening, and I see a lot of people putting out videos that their sales have been very slow, even with eBay. But one of the things that's always running in the back of my mind is, are they really listing? Are they even taking the time to list? You know, again, I understand some people are claiming it right now because people are getting ready for taxes and things like that. But I find this time of year, every year, it's about the same. I don't find it has changed in the last years. I just find it's about the same for me. So that's what I was asking as far as that on Poshmark compared to other platforms. Let's see here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I was asking that. And if you have any questions, make sure you do ask in the chat, because we want to make sure we get them answered for you, especially if you haven't taken that step to Poshmark. How hard is it to actually get started with maybe researching to see what you want to start with when it comes to starting to list on Poshmark? Hello, Marketplace Boutiques. Good morning. Hello and welcome.
It's about as hard as watching some videos, honestly. Your very best resource for starting on Posh, for really starting any reselling, is to start watching reselling videos on YouTube. There's so much information out there, and there's so much good stuff out there. And some of my favorites are Jack Valentine, Jack and Ryan, Lori with Lori's Boston Found. Veronica Mitka actually has a lot of information, and she is dead honest about it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And of course, you know, Glammaz Closet may have a video or two. So I would probably recommend taking a look at some videos and just sort of, you know, it's kind of like eBay, where you really just kind of gotta, the first times you gotta kind of jump in with both feet.
Right.
I had a lady named Catherine who used my link, and I don't know if she's in the chat or not. But a lady named Catherine used my link to open up a closet on Poshmark, and she's already listed. I think I saw 3 or 4 things that she's listed this week, and I bought the first thing that she listed. It was so cute. Anyway, it was like a little Patagonia, like little warm up top, and I thought that's going to fit my granddaughter exactly. And it's Patagonia, and it's $25. Are you kidding me? So yeah, I thought it was she has, you know, a great start, and it's literally that easy. Just pull it up and click the thing that says sell, and then fill in the blanks, and you're done. You just need some pictures of what you're selling and try to take good pictures.
All right, Tina has a question. Would love to know about the color and styles that are in. Where do you look to find current styles? That's an excellent question.
That's a great question, Tina. Okay, so I'm an equal opportunity seller, which means that even the things that are not in style, somebody's still going to buy. Here's an example. There are things that I would consider absolutely adorable. So a blouse with like a big bow on the front, if it was like polka dot, I love that. That may or may not be in style to someone who's 21. That's, you know, everybody's wearing like t-shirts and jackets right now. So I would be very, very cautious about trying to track what's in, unless you're selling on something like Depop, where you're selling to a very specific kind of niche audience, where, you know, it's like the you know, Gen Zs. If you really want to follow style, I have, I mean, honestly, come see me. I've got a subscription to Vogue Online. I follow runway shows. I watch during runway show season when the spring collections and the fall collections come out. I probably watch a good 10 minimum runway shows a week. I keep up with all the red carpets. I keep up with all the Instagram and TikTok trends. So it's really the thing is that in style that's not really a thing when you're reselling, because I had some jeans that I thought were utterly worthless. And I put them on I got them in a box and nobody was wearing those type of jeans anymore.
Mhm.
And I put them online. I put them on Poshmark for $20. And I thought, well, I'm never going to get money out of these. I mean, they're probably going to be ignored for a year. And 5 days later, some lady bought them and she's like, I have been looking for these jeans. They don't make them anymore. They're still my style. They were my favorite. Thank you so much. So, don't go by what's in style. I don't think that's going to help you at all.
Jennifer says, Etsy has a new thing. They are starting a thing about letting people make offers. I thought y'all had that on Poshmark.
Oh, we do. On Poshmark, we do. Of course, you can always make an offer. You can create a bundle and then send an offer with the bundle.
Mhm.
Even if it's just one item, you can bundle one item and send an offer. Etsy, I didn't know that you couldn't make offers on Etsy, but that makes, because anything I bought, I've just bought outright. But that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the thing about that coming out on Etsy, but I was wondering if y'all had that on Poshmark because it was just interesting because I think you said the only way you can do it is if you're sending a bundle offer, but not knowing if you can actually send certain items. Because I know somebody was talking the other day about somebody kept sending them like a list of stuff that they might be interested in and asking them if they would be interested in a bulk buy. It's like, you viewed this in my store kind of thing. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah. Let's see. What are y'all here? Oh, he's talking to Jennifer. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? By the way, if y'all don't know who this is, that is Michael from Angry Otters. He also has Angry Otter Vintage and also comics. So he's the same guy, just a different channel. Let's see. We got a question from Laura. Does Poshmark show what sold similar to how eBay shows for the last 90 days? That's an excellent question.
I'm not sure. Oh, you mean like what sold that's similar to an item that
For example, if
am
you're sourcing and you're going to look for an item and you can look back for the last 90 days of what sold, does Poshmark have that integrated into your platform where you can also do the same thing on Poshmark for the last 90 days sale if you're looking up an item?
Not really, not as such. I don't think it would be the same way that eBay would be. I can look up my sales for the last 90 days. I can look up, I can scroll through like my sales and it'll show me like pictures of what I sold. Do you mean like when you're listing, does it show you what
I'm assuming, like, for example, if you're on eBay, you can go to the app when you're looking out in sourcing and you can check off what's sold and they give you the last 90 days. So the question is, would that be able to be done on Poshmark? Does Poshmark allow that where you can go and see what's sold or what's trending within the sales of the last 90 days? But Jeannie said that on the feed towards the bottom, they do list trends for Poshmark on your feed.
And again, I would be cautious about trusting. It's not that I don't trust that. They're showing, what's trending, but a lot of what they show what's trending is I feel like it might be kind of sponsored content without letting us know it's sponsored content. And I also feel like it limits you as to what you're selling. So they'll be like, oh, Ugg boots are on trend. Well, Ugg boots are always on trend. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. Yeah. And, they're going to be like, Ugg boots are on trend. And you're like, oh, well, then I better not, these pointy toe stiletto boots, nobody's going to want them. Yes, they are. That's the thing. Be very, very cautious about limiting yourself based on style, because there is a style for everybody. Everybody has a style. And remember that you're selling to the American market, which is like 130 million people. So everybody's got their own style.
Eventually, everything from the vintage styles are coming back, and that's what Gina just said in there about the state of mind. Many vintage items that are very stylish and are better made, everything's coming back. Yeah. Susie says, I rarely sell on Poshmark without doing offers.
Yeah, I do a lot of offers on Poshmark. I'll send out offers. There's an automatic thing. There's an automatic button for sending out offers at a certain percentage off that you can set up and just have it automatically send out offers for you. If you do that, I do it on my Posher VA, my virtual assistant bot. So I set it up to do that, but I think you can now set up Poshmark to do it too through Poshmark.
Okay, Jeannie and Michael says both that they do have you can just sort by what's sold. And Michael said the same thing. Poshmark has a sold filter like Etsy and eBay or like eBay.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, are they talking about what's sold for one person, or because I do that whenever I do my listings each week and whenever I do my what's sold. If I am looking up comps, then I can type in what the specific item is, and then I can narrow it down by sold. If you hit what's sold in the past 90 days for everything on Poshmark, you're going to be reading until your eyeballs fall out of your head, honey. That is a lot of sales.
Well,
so I'm not sure.
What the whole thing was about, for example, let me just grab this because this is right here next to my hand. Say, for example, I'm trying to sell this, and it's a necklace with a heart. It is with sports, and it's in a bag, and I'm trying to see if I can sell this. So if I was to go say on eBay, I can check off what's sold in the app if I'm researching on my phone or the computer. And then I just want to see if this particular item has sold in the last 90 days and for how much. So that's what they're saying, that Poshmark does have that available on Poshmark, where you can do that by when you're searching. And so you want to list something, but you want to know what it's been selling for. I think that's what I'm understanding with the question for what this sold for in the last 90 days, as an example.
Oh, okay. So if you're looking at comps, if you want to know what's sold on comps, if you're looking up like comparative items. So if I have like a blue, Old Navy skirt, that's denim and size 5 or something. I can put that in the listings on Poshmark. It'll pull all those up, and then I just click on what's sold, and then I click on sold, and it'll sort that out for me. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think I misunderstood the question.
Now, Jeff has a question on how easy it is it to get into the passage. I'm not sure what that is. And things about that you're talking about. I feel like I need more places to be able to move merchandise sometimes. I'm not sure what you're asking for on that.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't either. When you shop, they show you similars. They're after a suggested price based on a name of an object. The things is huge range. Let's see. I am an eBay guy. But if Posh works, work it. That's right. And that's what we're here to talk about when people are interested in. So do you say it? Oh, it's Poshmark. Let me show you this real quick. Yeah, it's this right here. Watch the thumbnail. POSHMARK is the platform we're talking about today. And if you have never sold on Poshmark, that's how it's spelled. POSHMARK. And that's the basics of what we're doing today when it comes to Q&A about Poshmark, if you're interested and you need to know things. And that's how you spell it. Pam says, I had an offer on Etsy listing, and I personally just changed the price myself. Ryan said I adjusted price. Oh, I never thought of that on Etsy. I don't think Etsy's a whole nother, we can talk about that tomorrow because I got questions about that. I like ruffles and elbows and James. Love those looks. Okay.
Those are I'm an 80s girl. That's my jam too, honey.
Okay. So how do I look up this thing that we're all talking about? Page. Podge.
Oh, he's talking about Podge something. I think he's talking about Poshmark.
Yeah. If you want to get into an idea of it, in the description bar below, and I know Jennifer's been dropping it in the chat, I do have Glammaz information and her Poshmark link that gives you an idea. Or if you just search in the search bar for Poshmark.com, you ought to see it's just another selling platform, but they tend to go towards the clothing and shoes and purses. And they just, I think from what I understand, just reached out and started spreading out to like things like games and things like that as well, and sports cards. You can do comps on Posh, but you cannot see dates. Okay.
Yep.
Patrick.
That's it. Won't narrow it down to like the last 90 days.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Okay, so let's see if I look up.
So you are so right, Dana. Everyone is looking for something different. So trends matter, but not necessary on Poshmark trends because it's an advertising. Okay.
That's, yeah, I just don't, it's not that I don't trust them. I don't trust anyone. Okay, so I just pulled up like what sold on, and here is the filter on my phone. Sorry if you're having trouble hearing it, but I just pulled up like Croc boots, and then see where it's got right here where it says filter, 3 of 10. You just click on filters, and if I click on filters, it'll give you like all the filters that you can sort it by, and there's one of them is availability, and I changed that to sold. So you just click on that. There's a drop down, and it says like available items. And on the bottom, I clicked on sold items. So now I can find out what Croc boots have sold recently. Now, the thing is that you're right. It's not like every 90 days. And then I can scroll. I don't know why anybody would actually buy Croc boots, for God's sake. But they do. But they do. And you know, they have some little rain boots as long as they're the sealed ones. I just don't understand why you would buy rain boots with holes in them. But they're cute little kids' rain boots are adorable. But it kind of gives you a general idea that paying up for, you know, Croc boots, even for kids, that's never a good idea.
All right. Michael made a statement right here in reference to board games are amazing on Poshmark because the shipping is incredibly cheap for a board game, and you can use the priority gift game box to ship. Let's see. Tina has a question. I have several outfits with multiple pieces. Do you sell them as an outfit or sell them separately?
It depends on the outfit, and here's what I mean by that. Let's say that this is something that you put together as an outfit. So you're like, oh, I bought this jacket and then I bought this skirt. If it didn't come as a suit, I wouldn't sell it as a suit.
Okay.
So outfits with multiple pieces, are you talking about like costumes? Because if it's a costume and it's got multiple pieces, yeah, I would sell everything together. If it's a 2-piece suit or even a 3-piece suit or even a 4-piece suit that comes together, yeah, I would definitely sell that together if it's normally like that. If you have like let's say that you have a blouse and skirt that maybe, you know, have like the same pattern, and they're the same maker and they came together, then yeah, if it comes together normally, then yeah, I would sell it like that. If you're like, oh, I have, you know, this jacket that matches this, you know, these pants, but they're like 2 different makers, or if you're like, okay, I have a pinstripe vest and then a white shirt, and I think they go really well together, I would still sell them separately because you never know who's looking for what and why they're looking for it.
Okay. Good morning, Dee Dee. People use what sold on eBay a lot. Was just wondering if Poshmark had the same capability.
Yeah, sort of. They don't, you can't specify it by date sold, but it does have the ability to show you what sold. Yeah, that's how I run comps whenever I'm out shopping. And I apologize, guys. I really thought I understood the question. I did not understand the assignment. Patrick. He showed up.
Hello, JJ. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. We'll be Well, I'll be. How about socks? Should you sell left and or right together?
Not Christmas stockings, but everything else, yeah, probably.
That's
Silly.
like something Patrick would put in the
That's
chat.
funny. Yeah.
Coldwater Creek. Well, work where from the 80s. Coldwater Creek.
That's interesting.
Never, I thought it
80s
was
vintage.
just jewelry.
Yeah, if it's
What?
workwear from the 80s, if it's Coldwater Creek pieces, it depends. If you look up comps and the comps are kind of low, I would consider maybe bundling those together and market it as a bundle though. Start your whole thing, your whole description, start that with the word bundle. And because people like being able to get a lot of things for one low price.
All right, Dawn has to go. Thank you so much, Dawn. And don't forget, Dawn does go live with Susie Woozy at 9:30. So please make sure you do follow her and go show her some love and support and let her know we sent you. I had a one-legged man ask if I can split their pair up.
Oh.
Now, if I remember correctly, there was someone who used to buy and connected with someone who would buy the other, like say, for example, he needed one shoe because he had a prosthesis. And the other guy needed the opposite foot in the same size. So he would then sell them one at a time to be able to get what he needed for the other guy to have the other. So you can do that too, I guess. Okay, actually, this is a serious question. Can you sell used socks and stuff like that on Poshmark, unlike eBay, asking for a friend?
You can, but don't do it. That's all I could say. Yeah, you can sell socks. My socks are new with tags that I sell. I don't sell used socks or underwear. Right. But you know, as far as like lingerie goes, sure. You just, you know, make sure it's clean. We're not that website.
Now, is there, and this is just a question in general because I don't see any other questions in the chat yet. Is there anything that you do not ever want to try to sell on Poshmark that it's a big no-no?
Half full cosmetics, actually. Cosmetics that have already been opened. You can't do it. You can't sell like a half bottle of perfume or like a half bottle of, like, if you have like Bath and Body Works lotion, you can't sell it if it's already opened. Any cosmetics or health and beauty that's already opened, you can't do that.
Now, what about anything with cologne or vintage cologne or perfume?
I would sell it as the bottle, but if the perfume's in it and it's been opened, it's got to be new. It's got to be new old stock. Okay. Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, I've actually seen, you know, personal bedroom toys sold on Poshmark. That's not a lie. Okay. You can look it up.
Well, I know I don't know if they still do, but I know in the previous years, I knew of someone that's all they sold was adult toys.
Yeah.
But
you know, there's a market for everyone.
Yeah.
I would say too, the excuse me, the number one Poshmark rule, and it would be the number one rule on probably Etsy, definitely eBay, definitely Mercari. Don't make side deals off platform unless this is like someone you know. Like I saw something for sale, and I'm not going to say what it was, but it was beautiful and I had to have it. And I have a dear person that I know who is a valid seller, and I interact with them all the time. So I reached out to them on Instagram, but you can't reach out on the platform and go, hey, call me. If you try to put your phone number in, it'll wipe it out immediately. And if you try to put your email in, it does the same thing. And like the comments, the back and forth won't let you do it.
So you have
and it's for a good reason.
So can you still make conversation back and forth if somebody's sending you a message, but you have to keep it within the Poshmark, just like any other platform, actually?
Yeah, you can make conversations back and forth about the item, about the shipping, about all of that. But if you want somebody to contact you outside of the platform, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
I think that's like that on any platform.
Yeah, it's to kind of help you, save you from being scammed.
Yeah.
So yeah, Poshmark has that thing too.
Out of curiosity, because I'm noticing that some people have been talking about scams on like eBay, on
Mhm.
Facebook Marketplace. How bad is it going on Poshmark, and how do they back you up if there's a scam that happens with you on Poshmark of any level?
Poshmark's got I've been selling on them for 3 years,
Mhm.
and I've never seen a scam, with the exception of people selling knockoff things. They try to sell knockoff things. So like they'll try to sell you a Louis Vuitton purse that's not a real Louis Vuitton purse. Poshmark put in place a $500 limit to where if you have a designer item and it's 500 or more, you have to send it to Poshmark to get authenticated before they'll send it forward to the person and before they'll actually charge the person.
Someone wanted me to email them on Etsy. I said we can talk right here. Would not need to email you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keep it in the platform that you want to cover yourself, because you don't want to get yourself in trouble, especially when you work so hard to get to where you're at on your platform.
Exactly.
And that's just a gamble you're taking, you know. JJ is saying good morning to everyone. And again, that goes with anything. When you're listing something, make sure that you keep, if any correspondence, because I'm not sure, does Poshmark grade you in your analytics on if you're responding to those who are emailing you or sending you offers or communicating with you in Poshmark? Does that give you dings on your end if you don't answer them in a timely manner?
Not really.
Okay.
But it's going to affect your sales, and it makes you look rude.
Yeah, because I try to answer as fast as I can, and if it depends on what it is, I'll use my phone, depending if I'm not around the computer or not, which I think is a good thing to do. Now, I know you were saying that the Poshmark has its own app on the phone. Are you able to do listings and our drafts on your phone with Poshmark like you do on any other platform?
Oh, definitely. I love listing on Posh on my phone. They've got this little button on the bottom. Oh, hold on. It's my screen's refreshing. Come on now. There we go. They've got this little button on the bottom that says sell. Hold on, let me get a good. There we go. See it across the bottom, across the middle.
Yep.
If I click on that button, it pulls it up to where I can just put in pictures. I go to my photos, and I just put in pictures of things. And oh, sorry, I found some bimbo bread. I thought that was funny. But I can put in, like, click on the number of pictures of things, and then do the total listing from there. And once I figured that out, that's all I do with Poshmark now, because it's so much easier just to take the pictures right from my phone to my phone and just beep, 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 and done. Yeah.
I just noticed on Etsy last week, or might have been last week, I had a little UPC code, or a little a code that you come up with on my main page. And it said now you can download your app on the phone through this. So I was able to do that, and now I can finally list and do my drafts on Etsy on my phone, which I couldn't do it before.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
That aggravated me, because I had so many drafts and I wanted to take the pictures and upload them from my phone, and it wouldn't let me because I didn't have the actual app that I needed. So
yeah.
And it does make a big difference when you're on your phone, and you can get things done quicker that way.
Oh, it's so much faster. I go into my Glammaz Closet. I take the stock, I put it up, and I measure it, and I put it in the light box, and I get like all the photos that I need. And then I can literally just stand right there and list it right after I photograph it if I want.
So I have another question. When I reference when you're outsourcing, have you, or is it able to be done to where if you're outsourcing and you pick up something and you can turn around and find it, do your draft on your app and list it while you're there before you walk out the store? Have you ever done that, or can that be done with Poshmark?
Definitely it can be done. You can do it. And if you can list from your phone, you can list anywhere. You can do it right there on the spot while you're purchasing it. I don't do it because I like to get things home and get them under my, because I sell mostly clothing and shoes and accessories. I like to get it home and get it under that very, very harsh light of the light box and make sure that I'm not missing something. Because if there's like a big oil stain and I don't see it, because it's oddly shaped and it looks like part of the pattern and I'm under the wrong lights, I just don't like to. And what if I wash it and it falls apart? So I don't like that.
Right.
and again, it's not that I don't like it in general. I don't like it for what I do and what I sell, because
Right.
I don't want to miss flaws and then not disclose those to my buyer.
Yeah. Baltimore, her link is in the description bar below, but Jennifer's been dropping her links in the chat. But if you want to, you can grab it in the description bar below. It is there, including her YouTube channel and her email and her Poshmark.
It's at Glammaz Shops a lot. Mm-hmm.
At what? Glammaz.
It's at the @ sign and then Glammaz Shops a lot, which is because it's just true. It's so true.
Let's see. Gina has a question coming up. Let's see here. Would sellable in clothing and jewelry be good idea to sell?
Would ensembles in clothing and jewelry be a good idea to sell? I don't think it's a bad idea. But again, not everybody has the same taste or wants the same thing for the same reason. So let's say that you have a vintage piece of jewelry that's beautiful and you think it looks great with this turtleneck. If you're selling it as an ensemble, you could be selling, both for one wonderful price to one person. But if you're a Hollywood set and you're looking specifically for that vintage piece of jewelry, you're going to type in the vintage piece of jewelry first, and that, because it's got the turtleneck in the description, it may not be showing up at the top of the feed for them to buy that and pay full price. So I would say be, I would say try it. It's never worked for me that well. I did it one time with a dress and a necklace, and it didn't work that well for me.
Right. All right, so we get to that point where I don't see hardly any more questions coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to the channel. If you would like to come on and promote your channel and or join us on the panel, I'm about ready to drop the link, and I am going to pin it to the top, but please make sure you do have your camera on so I can verify that it is you who are coming up on the panel. And that will be pinned down momentarily at the top of the chat. Jennifer just dropped another link, and while I'm doing this, I want to make sure I drop her links because she never dropped her own links, y'all. Ashley is always dropping your links, and when you come in the chat and tell you hello, that's how she's telling you hello, by dropping your link. So she has been putting out videos, again, pretty regularly lately. So if you haven't checked out her channel, go help her out, get us some watch hours, and make sure you leave comments. Give her those thumbs up. All that helps channels. So there is her link to her Etsy store, where she lists a lot of the things that she is showing in her videos. And also here is her Buy Her Milkshake. Just some other ways that you can promote and support Jennifer for everything she does for us and every chat she's in, not just this one. All right, let's see here. And I think I'm getting caught up with everybody in the chat with comments. There's links. Jennifer's already dropping other links. Look at that. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, please make sure you do ask in the chat. I want to make sure you do get your questions answered when it comes to anything having to do with, I wish I was that productive, Johnny. Oh. How can we purchase something from your jewelry drawers? Is that for Jennifer? Let's see where it went.
Yeah, that was it. That was it for Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer, I see it. I sent her an email, a message on her video for something I want. I only saw it one time before, and she had it in that jar, and I want it. So yeah, but you have to be able to try to get your questions together, and we do this every Thursday. Don't forget, on Tuesdays, Mondays, it's usually YouTube and or StreamYard questions. Also on Tuesdays, it's Q&A all about eBay, and that's with the Bargain Effects, Tommy 2.0. On Wednesdays, it's Whatnot Wednesdays Q&A with Anthony from Full-Time Reseller. We're here every Thursday with Glammaz with the Q&A all about Poshmark. And on Fridays, it's Q&A all about Etsy. And that's with Design Lores, and she is in the chat. So if you have any questions on those particular platforms, you're more than welcome to come up and reach out to us on the channel whenever we're in the lives. And you can come and ask your questions, because that's what we're here for, to help as much as we can. Depends on how I be able to find it. Okay. I appreciate all you do. Yes, and she does this on everybody's channel, no matter who she's in and whoever's chat she's in. So definitely help her out as well. It's getting to that time that is going to be 9:30 is when Dawn's Southern Finds Dawn's goes live. Good morning, Susie. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. So please make sure you do go over there and visit with them and let them know that we sent you and show them some love and support, because they only do this every Thursday, and it's Susie Woozy on with Dawn Southern Finds Dawn, and that's every Thursday at 9:30. Also, don't forget to check out everybody's channel. Glammaz information is in the bottom of the chat, by the way, in the description bar. But before we go ahead and close the show, don't forget that once the show's ended, you can always join us after the show itself. But I want Glammaz to promote her channel. She's got things that she does on a weekly basis on her channel, as well as a special event coming up this weekend. So Glams, let everybody know what you got going on.
Okay. Last night I actually did a live bins haul with my nephew who went to the bins with me yesterday. So if you want to check that out, we had a lot of fun, and I picked up some really interesting stuff. This Saturday morning and every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, I have a live Glammaz Closet. We do a weekly kind of roundup of all of the information and news around the water cooler. We talk a little bit about fashion, a little bit about reselling. We do some salty treats. I do a what's sold, so you kind of see what's trending or moving faster in my closet each week. And you know where we're at as far as sales goes and that sort of thing. So we generally have a really good time on Saturday mornings. And then this Saturday night, I have the Classy Crap fundraiser auction you have been waiting for. We have a Classy Crap auction. It's so much fun when we do a Classy Crap auction, and we have 6 different sellers. We have everything from comic books to clothing to designer bags to collectibles. We have sci-fi for all of those fans. We have, plush, you name it, we've got it. So come see us Saturday night. It is for a good cause. It's to benefit Nady Pie, and we will talk more about that on Saturday morning as well. But please come and see us on Saturday night, and if nothing else, just come by and say hi and hang out in the chat. You don't have to buy a thing, I promise. You're gonna want to, though.
Also, I want to mention again at the beginning of the show, we did talk about something that I would like you to do for me. Is in the community tab. Every Wednesday, I do put out 6 featured channels, or 6 channels that are part of either Always in the Show, Always in the Chat, or are members of the show. I have started going through and showing 6 channels, promoting them every Wednesday, different channels every Wednesday. And then on Fridays, I do the featured channel of the week. If you would do me a big favor and go to that comment, which was yesterday, it is the very first post of the community tab where someone left a large comment on that post that I did with those for the featured channels, which are members of this channel. And if you would give me your feedback by posting a comment in that post of that comment, and let me know what you think about that post and that comment. I just want your feedback. So let me know for sure. And so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get ready in the show. Please make sure you do go show some love and support for Dawn Southern Finds Dawn and Susie Woozy as they go live from the doghouse on Dawn's channel. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. Until we meet again, later. Peace out.